More fire, more fire, more fire, more fire. Big up to our salon. Alaji Tasmo don't come on this morning. What to do, what's good, what's popping, what's locking. Any side you they brace up, sit on tight, not even grab again. Good morning to all. Good morning to all. You know, check Alaji Tasmo today, Friday. Not a good day. When you love what you do, they grab one. Nothing they even push you. As long as you love what you do, you go grab one. Big up to that. Well, it's not so coffee, not early morning tea. Early morning tea this morning. Not tea with a drink, you know. We get important issues there for discourse this morning. Again, global issues there. But we go tackle specifically Indian today. Indian. When I know say we'll get Indian, you know, people there where they reside with we or where they coexist with we in a salon. We'll get Indians there. We'll get all kind of personalities them or race them. You know? Different people and different ethnicities them from different places of the world. Reside inside salon. It might be a small country, but some people in there where they see the value of salon. You know? What be the fets for go by under, then the fets for kaya. Now so the world. So big up to that. I want to say thank you for joining me this morning. All the neighboring countries them. You know, the entire Africa as a whole. You know, good morning, Tona. We want to start from one of some people in first before we start this Friday session properly. My tea hot, but I will need for sipper. Let the warm small. Big up to that, big up to that, big up to that. You know? Big up to that. Anyway, 3 topics that we can discuss. Well, the first one not a topic. We just want wave and small no more. You know, we salute artists them. You know, we salute artists them. Especially Rap G. You know. Then we will tackle small on Russia. I don't even go in depth on Russia. Because the business inside Europe don't they piss me off. You know? Then we will kind of jump inside India. Inside India, we get major conflicts when it comes to religious tolerance. So today, since now Friday, now a Muslim day, I want to face this awareness tune. You know, whether or not you're a Muslim or Christian or whatsoever, this is an awareness call. You know, but let's start out first and foremost, and not paramount. But we'll start for job. You know, all the artists then will be there for this campaign. You know, we assist with presidents, with current presidents for win. I believe, say, and I sure say, something for them going at this pocket. Now, advice to more advice to not caution, but not afraid. I just want advice to now. Una don't get the privilege for they near first lady, they near with presidents, with current presidents, re-elected presidents. Una don't get chance and opportunity. Some of una now don't begin to brag now the media. Well, what's the name of me they hope? All the money we una don't make, or what una don't make, I hope say no go into waste. Because Saloma no sabi save, but pass a waste. I hope say, you know, because some of you will not get that opportunity there too. You know, for going to have presidents them or first lady them, etc. Major personalities them, you know. Just like Idris Elba gets a chance for the near Idris Elba. Me, I want to my sister be to talk about this, you know. Me, if let me get that kind of chance for the near Idris Elba, believe me, me views them, me followers them, the kind of money I go to make off my pages them, me go be fearful. But Saloma knows I be take advantage of them small things there. So we a major, so una go look small, you know. So for una we don't get this chance for the near His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio and First Lady Mrs. Fatima Bio. Believe me, I never expect you again for go to White House every 3 months or 6 months for go big. We never expect that too. If we begin to see on the White House to go big, now we only add to the corruption. What una be the sing against? What una be the talk against? Because most of una wouldn't give una small cash. When I don't go buy motor car, you know most for fear right now. Most of una self don't even get a driver. Possible no blanks gets motor car. The moment you buy motor car, you don't get a driver. Hey, Rap G take time run. Rap G, take time run. I don't dey drive from where I'm 15 years of age. I get my first vehicle when I be 16, a Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra 86. I know one day get a driver. You know? If person drive me safe, it go be send me party there, maybe we don't go out, I don't go check. Somebody need for drive for the world, go home safe. You know? GG's no more. Man don't get drivers them. Man don't get vehicles them. Now so they go to waste money too. 10 kind every month or 2 or 3 months, they're going to go knock on the White House for small allowances. They're not supposed to be so. Then now go be the same one they will go the mouth off or already start from mouth off say, una they work hard. Now whose hard work you do, forget what you get. You know, una tell we about whose hard work una do, forget what una get. Una make the rest of the artists that were in a salon, other people and begin to shame or begin to feel low, let you feel high of yourself. You know like nothing. You just go there for beaucoup talk, beaucoup dance, and beaucoup sing. Now whose work where you work hard? Forget what you get. Not talk say you work hard. Say me talent, give me what you get. But you not work hard for. Now you talent and give you what you get. You know? Maybe small of your personality. We now we can talk say, you know, and make a comment. Rap June I make a comment so June 20th. He say I dey work hard and becomes a leader. Not to be lazy and become a slave or some slave or a slave. We now understand them. So you work hard for become a leader. All the one they want to work hard, they're all lazy for become a slave. Now in Rap G they try for tell we. Now they try for cost we all. You just now we don't take small opportunity. Now you never work hard for be a leader. We will not near presidents there or first lady them. Now we lazy. Huh? Now we lazy, eh? Now we lazy Rap G. Let ama you. We cannot want to let God ama you, but let ama you. To get talk there, to pass smack. Go put some for you rap. Let for talk boku. June 20 and this bobo go post and can post there. You know, who's can't see this mo? So you go tell we say, yuck mouth them, you know, the rest of the other artists, them, innocent, them, famous, them, they all they work hard. They all they work hard. I guess you, Stazzy, no, we got to include famously. You, Stazzy, famous, etc. I guess now una they work hard. At the industry, eh? Because una get chance for the near major people. You know? But all it's not about advice una, make sure say you put some money into good use. Because not so small money when I don't play with so. If see with a slap or the pata or the knack or the backhand article for you, and because of them things there. Any small opportunity we see, a jump, a go. But you not gonna know what to do with a resource system. You know? So Rap G, we not go for them you because you're a young boy. You know, but not waste that. Not all time for going pass in the street because now you get motuka. You know, at the end of the day, our government's not going to fail. You vehicle for you. You can't go steal and beg. So if the government begin to fail Rap G in vehicle, or other people in vehicle, when are celebrities, them or artists there. Now for just sign them once inside the ministry, they all want to become minister inside salon. You know? Because they one there, the mosque they go to White House go big. When I mark me words them. They're not going to say, we don't get chance, so we don't get opportunity. So now use this and take advantage out of this. You know? Say today, for all the limelight, you not even cross 40,000 followers yet. Say today. You still at 30 per 36. Okay. When they watch now, like say when they watch now, yeah? Continue for tell we say we lazy. Okay. Emo to cannot to fix. Engine can get problem. Alternator can get problem. Carburetor can get problem. All things can get problem. So let me say where you get a fix so. If you don't have a maintenance, now that's we talk of responsibility and maintenance. When you get property able maintenance, you back another lucky one, another lazy one, another useless one. You know? So we go see how far them will go take una. You know? If you not go back soon. Big up to that. The team on me. What this about to go talk say, in a work hard for become a leader. What's with the pa? Huh? What's with the pa? I beg you, una take time to talk, una. You know, una not forget small chance. Can you vomit? Big talk there. But now let me continue on to the next. On to the next. That will piss me off. Yeah, that will piss me off small. Anyway, we go farewell body for this talk here. Sickness they put with them. Now we touch small inside Russia, yeah, before we go inside India. I know we delay inside Russia because the European business, they piss me off. What I want, the depa delay. What in Tasmo wants, the depa delay. The depa make sonko. I not collect sonko business, you know? But so far, generals they not beginning missing inside Russia. Putin in general they not beginning missing. Putin in general them don't begin missing inside Russia. But let's talk something we open first. Or we go make sense first. You know, when I not say progression, na be the head of this Wagner group. I don't elaborate say that they try for march go na the capital city. But they retreat and try for march into Belarus. Well, Putin say, what in this boss don't do, you know, progression, the Wagner's the head, what they call it, a mutiny. Well, South Africa, the prime minister, a woman, they came back, they get a discussion recently, and you know, and get great ties then with Russia. So South African the prime minister states that this is an attempt of mutiny, but not so mutiny. So that means South Africa, they try to dissolve the issue between the Wagners and the leader of Russia, which is Putin. Why make South Africa, they try to do so? When I not forget to say, South Africa also gets Wagner's personnel stem inside the country for security reasons. Only Allah know. But inside South Africa, inside Mali, inside Sudan, the Wagner's them, they're major and they're big. And big and then territories there. You know? Whether now government contract or for security purposes them, you know, but then they inside them countries there. So South Africa is not just an attempt of mutiny. You know? But we still don't know how Putin therefore take this talk here. Since they all lay inside BRICS, you know, and they're supposed to forget one word. For the development of BRICS. You know? Now let me continue. The Wagners them. Well, people that get interest into this group here. What do we call public interest, private interest, and also criminal interest, because Wagner's now a criminal group, now a criminal militant group. You know? So all in groups there get interest into the Wagner system. Parts of Russia now. Different groups and they globally we get interest with Wagner. You know? For security purposes them. So if the leader of Wagner know they pull with Putin, that could create a conflict with them countries they are which depend on Wagner. And so far, the intention what's in Putin be they imagine that, you know, progression will go overthrow in the Putin, not Russia. But statements that take place say, not that's not the reason, not that's not the cause or the intention. You know, not that's not the intention. Also now, generals they're missing, a specific general, Sergei Sorozvinsky, I don't even pronounce the last name right, but in first name now Sergei with the S-E-R-G-I, missing in action. And they said this general, if he gets information on what's in the Wagners and be planned for do, and not tell Putin on the intention. Which say the Wagners don't create the match, you know, because the Wagners then send a peaceful match towards the capital city. You know, the Wagners then feel like say the army be they bombard them. The army be they attack them. You know, and progression and lose him and them. So before the Russian army continue to bombard them, they're going to take a peaceful march inside Russia for let's Putin know what's in the gun. Well, the interpretation now is different. It's different. But we're not going to waste time for Wagner's them. So far, this is an open challenge. You know, progression and Putin. Putin said treason as well. You know, mutiny can be defined as treason as well. Well, South Africa and other countries say, now attempt. Now they don't break down, you know, Putin enforces them. Incapacity for mobilize all enforces them together for go fetch NATO or for fetch inside Ukraine. This don't become weakening. So if they don't weaken enforces them, you know, for amalgamate all in forces them, for go fight a war. Now the Wagners them wanna be in number one subjects them. Now don't branch off. And even when they branch off, because the Wagners and then they hope they go become independent. They go become a private entity, and they want to be private. And if they privatize them, they go still continue to exist inside Africa. Well, so far right now, the talk inside Russia, well, the best thing they got to do for the Wagners them, for move progression inside Africa, because they no longer need them inside Russia. Before they kill them, before they lock them up, the best thing they go do, now for send them inside Africa, they can continue in criminal activities them. Now that's the goal. So very soon, maybe progression will come inside Africa for continue for lead Emmanuel. Emmanuel way inside South Africa, Mali, Sudan, etc., etc. You know? And when I know say, some of them things they are, and for create securities them, the Wagners them can create securities them for embassies them, convoys them, presidential convoys them, you know, mineral sites them, etc., etc. You know? Now that's sent for. We call them groups they are a private militant. You know? Private paramilitant groups them. Very privatized. And then private military groups there, and they go for cause chaos running, you know, not the world or globally. Because nobody no go able to control them once they become powerful, just like the Wagners, you know. But we're going to elaborate more on Russia. I don't want to waste my time, you know, but I guess putting them a fair way for consolidate all in troops them, for make sure say it continue the war. The stereotype where they take place now, they say, well, you know, if they continue for put Putin on isolation, they continue isolation, meaning they continue for tight time, a tight corner, maybe Putin go fair way for negotiate. And if he fair way for negotiate, maybe this could bring about the end of the war. You know? And what's in it, they say also that the more than weaken, you know, Putin, now the more he will become dangerous. Something they say, the man already dangerous because he already empowered. Now Monima, one of the richest presidents them, he already feel empowered for they become dangerous. You know? For cause harm to the world. Some they say they continue for the Titan so, now the more the man they become more dangerous. Well, now their own views and their own opinions them, me adjust the more I me small because, you know, we want something for happen, tiggy one, you know? The Taliban saying wait. Anyway, big up to that. But now let's move now inside Indian, yeah? This is serious. You know, what's going on inside Indian? If you're not Muslim, not take this offensive. If you're not Muslim, not take this offensive. You know? Not look at the Indian step in any way. Though we try to understand them problems them. Now that's what we need to do. You know, before I continue for disseminate this information. Now, although we start 2020, February 2020, in Delhi, inside India, with the D-E-L-H-I, then city, and capital city, Delhi, inside India. This conflict, we go say 2020, but if it don't start or if it don't birth before 2020. When I know say mostly Indians, they are Hindus them. Now Hindu, they practice. Hinduism, and they practice. You know? And we're going to elaborate more for you understand. And we'll get Muslims them inside India. We get Christians them inside India. You know, and other attributes them inside India. Buddhism as well, inside India. Now, let me continue. Around 2020, a worse bloodshed or a violence take place inside India amongst the Hindu and the Muslims still. You know, the disagreements, conflict, you know, take place based on ideologies still. Because all this faith, it's all about ideas still. Just ideas to move. So now let me continue. So this conflict will be based on policy system or acts them will be created inside parliament, you know, will pronounce or give more privileges them to the Hindus them and marginalize the Muslims them. Totally marginalize the Muslims them. This creates a conflict. Now let's go inside 2022, September. The city of Leicester, inside Europe now. The city of Leicester inside Europe. 2022, another conflict erupt. Another violence erupt inside Leicester City. Again, now be a game. This will be after a cricket game. You know, between India and Pakistan. It starts for super game. India and Pakistan. Then it transfers now to the Indians them. The Muslims and the Hindus them. It starts with Pakistan and India, no. Then Pakistan, they don't balance on self-defense. They don't balance, don't know. It left now to the Indians them, the Hindus them, and the Muslims them. Inside Leicester City, Europe. Now let me continue. And this escalated to a major conflict. Where beaucoup people can be detained. Some get hurt, you know, etc., etc. But all the intentions say are now a precedent of what don't take place inside India. Now let me continue. They say about 47 people are arrested inside Leicester City. Also, during or before this incident here, another incident will take place in the United States. Same 2022 September. I mean, not to the same 2022 September. Pardon me. I need to forget the right date. August 2022. This was before September. August 2022, inside the United States, New Jersey, for that matter, inside New Jersey. Again, the Indians there, they create a coalition or then group come about, you know, for I don't know if they advocate or something no more just for celebrate what's in them believe, based on a Hinduism. But the Prime Minister, nine them, the picture of the Prime Minister, nine them be used and put by a bulldozer. Not to the bulldozer who gets Nasaloya or that like Kimot Salman. Not to that bulldozer they talk of who. When they talk of the machine, bang, the bulldozer machine. Inside New Jersey, the Indians then decorate this bulldozer here and put some Prime Minister in face day or in picture day. You know, for going parade in the street. So the Muslims they now waiting in New Jersey or inside the United States, they become offended by this act. Where they use a bulldozer, then put some Prime Minister in face day, for celebrate what's in they believe. The Hindu beliefs. Why make the Muslim community inside America or Europe vex? Where they see this there? Because inside India, when they can marginalize the Muslims them, they can evict them, a certain village them. They can go meet some Muslims them and they villages them or their houses them. And so, man, will they give you 3 days for let you evict yourself? For let you dismantle your house. If you not dismantle them and move away, when we come, they can dismantle them for una and kill una back for that matter. Or we'll beat una and hurt una. So, Baku Muslims them, they need for dismantle their house and run away. Or move away. Because if you reside or you there around who started Hindu people like Baku, your life they in danger. Pikin now, woman now, man now, they will deal with you. They will deal with you because you don't believe or respect the Hindu tradition or the Hindu belief. Now, let me continue. So after this, fracas in between them, Pakistan, India, it transferred to the Muslims them, and the Hindu them. We begin to see celebrations them, Leicester of conflicts in Leicester City, conflicts in New Jersey, etc., based on policies then, where they don't create inside India. I guess the Prime Minister, not to guess factual information, the Prime Minister now a Hindu as well. A Hindu as well, a Hindu, the Prime Minister. So let me continue. And this Hindu tribe now, or this Hindu what's it tribe? This Hindu belief, we consider this belief here for at the far right aspect or the far right angle. But we always talk about the far right angle when they talk of supremacy groups them, like the whites them or Christianity. Christianity now a far right group or far right handed angle group, or whatsoever you want to put them, but they did at the far right side. You know? The Muslims there, they consider them the left angle, you know, or the left hand individuals there. Whatever we had in place, you know. But the Hindu them or Christianity or NATO now, or the Europeans or the Americans there, then they now the far right, you know, as well as the Hindu people there. You know, I just want to make sure say I get the right word when it comes to this far right issue. But let me continue, you know. I hope someone will get the message. The far right activists or far right individuals will not believe in the Muslim concept or any other concept, pass their own concept. You know, now that's the idea. So anyway, the interview will take place. Will be interview Mr. Tommy Robinson, a European, per se, regards to the conflicts there. You know, and this individual, what he instates? Instates that the problem, listen to this, so this now individual, Mr. Tommy Robinson, an individual who reside inside Europe. They be interview him, you know, regards to the issues that will take place between the Hindu and the Muslims there. But it look like say this guy and they in support of the Hindus there. They say the problem from Islam communities are so vast. What's in this white man at the talk? The problems there where they come out from the Muslim community or Islam communities there is so vast, it's so major, it's so big. And it grow quickly. And this can become dangerous for the country or any country, you know, and they need to address the issues there. So they already marginalized the Muslims there, or the Islam, you know, group per se. It already marginalized them. That's the Islam people there, then gets problems there, we're very vast. And the problems then they grow quickly. If not take time, the problems then can become dangerous to we and the world. Now that's this man, the tribal state. And when I don't forget to say India, soon to be or already now the third largest economy in the world. So if India don't be the second or the first greatest economy in the world, you got to tolerate or accept all religion groups there. You know? America, where they're against the Muslims and so much, people are going to mosque every day in America they pray. You know? They never go harass the Muslims and they also pass no if they know so you're not terrorists. But why make this to take place inside India? What the Indian enable respects other people in their own belief or religion. You know? But now we continue. Now we continue. So during this interview here, regards to also the issue that take place inside New Jersey with them bulldozer there, and it become offensive to them people there because inside India, just like Abdi explained, if that person not go scatter in house and pack up and go or leave, what them people there they come, what them the people there they come, now with bulldozer they count. A bulldozer they count. Even people that own business there, a bulldozer they can go for go broke down your business. So bulldozer don't become a coded symbol for government campaign. Just like what we can say APC they represents red, SNPP they represents, you know, green. Well, inside India, you know, them people that always believe in Hindu, when you put bulldozer before them, it represents the Hindu religion or the Hindu people there. Where they are against the Muslims there. You know, now bulldozer now in an encoded symbol, you know, for their campaign. So if they want to go mash up any house, any Muslim house, a bulldozer did go to. Which is very, very sad. Muslims do not get any rights inside India. Now let me continue. I will make sure say una get this information properly. But this information not to follow you judge in India. We need to understand the problems them. Let we not just judge one thing. I just give you information them. Let we become more aware. Because the more aware we become, the more better we are. You know? Look at the good of the information there. Now let me continue. The Muslims them, again, I just try to read small of Usa Abi drop off, but make sure so we not repeat what we don't pass on. They consider them as terrorists inside India. They consider them as terrorists. They say now people them, we get bagbati, we get problem, we get alala, we get violence, we get conflict. And this the Hindu people and they complain about. And how the Muslim people are not respect or value their own belief. What did the Hindu then believe? Now let me get to the point. The Hindu then believe in cow. Then cow they have what they kill and eat every day. But inside Indian, you not for provoke a cow, you not for slaughter a cow so because they worship them in there. Now Tina wouldn't believe. Say then are the mothers them, you know. Now the mother of birth or whatsoever. You know, they believe in that cow they are as the mother of, you know, life or something, you know. So in a religious preference, no one wants anybody for any joke where you can to them worship or into what in them believe. So if you're not Indian, you're inside this country, then you eat meat or you eat cow, well, you don't sign your death warrant. If they catch you, they eat beef or cow, then they mash you up. Alright, let me continue. You know, and they into there. So some of we or the world, what the people they consider, they say this is not a radical national movement. Not a radical national movement. And then people they don't make it clearly that they want Indian for be a Hindu state. A Hindu state. No Muslims, there no nothing. All man where they reside inside India for be Hindu. They really want all man for be Hindu or believe in Hinduism. Now this is what they talk of a national state or a nationalist state based on a belief. They want all man for convert to a Hindu. You know? So now let me continue. And then Hindu they get some paramilitary groups them, what they call BJP. BJP, not to today start. BJP. This nationalist movement on Hinduism, then get some paramilitary group, BJP. It starts around 1925, as I guess. But when I reach to that page there, I go validate them. You know, but information is not made. But then starts this movement here around 1925. And it exists up to now. You know, for counter Muslims them or Christianity or whatsoever. You know, but mostly they target the Muslims them. You know, they advocate again for Hindu nationalism. You know, let me continue. Let me continue. And the Prime Minister and other Hindu heads them, now then they create the incitements there for other people that now want a Muslims there, want a Indians them, but then a Muslims there. Now the Prime Minister and other heads and they create the incitements there for let civilians then go after the Muslims there. So government say they protect the Muslims them, policeman they protect the Muslims them, the Prime Minister they protect the Muslims them because in back na part of BJP. In back we don't serve this BJP before he become a Prime Minister. So he totally believe in this Hinduism. You know, and not go ever go against this Hinduism because now part of it. You know. Now let me continue. So they don't use languages them or rhetorics them, you know, for sure say them more greater, you know, and the Muslims them now corrupt individuals them. All type of rhetorics against the Muslims them. You know, for denounce them, for reduce them, for defile them, for kill them, for harm them, for evict them, you know, all the above. All type of rhetoric. Now let me continue. Now let me continue. Then say Indian then for be exclusively Hindu. Hindu. Exclusively Hindu. And the Indians then for always there, now the far right, you know, concepts or idea. Or advocates them, but always for on the far right. When I know say Donald Trump, now a far right individual. When I don't know a real Donald Trump can talk of the far right. Well, far right based on supremacy. You ain't think say you better than the next person. Like Donald Trump, so him believe say the white people and they're better than the blacks them or all man. You know? Now a far right concept that. When at the same nonsense Indian don't they start. Or now the same nonsense then they part. I just want to make Leone understand this far right concept. Now let me continue. I want to quote what's in people in states inside India. Some of the heads them of this Hindu belief, what's in the states. Then what done, you go conclude now and think what you want to think. If this is fair or not. With a quote what's in the leaders in states. Then say anybody where they live inside India, if you challenge the Hindu, they're not going to let you for stay inside India. Now, some of them people are in the comments. Anybody where they live or reside inside India, if you challenge the Hindu people there, they go make sure say you not stay inside India. They said the Hindus and the Muslims then get different culture. And then people there, then say, then two people there, they're not going ever able for coexist. It's just like we made the facts for let we coexist together. Then they talk say Muslims and Hindu not going ever able for coexist inside India. Then statements say it's wrong. So me views them. Now let me continue. Then leaders say now then they speak of violence. You know? Now then they speak of violence and they push community members them and Hindus them for go against the Muslims them. You know, for targets the Muslim minorities them. Now let me continue another quote. He say, the neighbor corrupt with sisters them, and the neighbor separates them from with communities them. You know? And if they catch anyone, then go snatch or split in skull. Now let me continue. Inside India, then gets about 80% Hindu, 14% Muslims, 2.3% Christians, 1.7% Sheikh or Shki, S-I-K-H. I'm able to pronounce that. Whether it's Sheikh or Shki, whatsoever. I sorry, my people. S-I-K-H. Let me continue on to the next. Then get 0.7 Buddhism. So 80% Hindu. 80% Hindu. Enough funny for dominates them. Enough funny for dominates them. The Hindu then say, the Muslims there, that they wage a demographic war to gain dominance. How the Muslims then, that they wage a demographic war for gain dominance. Demographic, a regional, different areas there, for increase in population, or for continue for spread a message and win more population. You know, for get more dominance. They said, now that's the Muslims in there about. Well, let me continue. And then the people there, they said, cow must not be eaten. Nobody never eats cow. Now let me continue. And indeed, this BJP indeed, let me former in 1925. I'll be right about the date. Let me former around 1925. This is a replica of what's going to take place inside Germany. Now in India they are replicates. Then replicates the SS will be there inside Germany. Then states that they Hindu people. Then states that they need for treat some Muslim people there the same way how the Nazi German stem treats the Jew people inside Germany. Now this thing Hindu people there, they say online in the talk, online in the state. When I listen to this, so if you fear, They need for begin treat them Muslim people here the same way how the Nazi them treat them Jewish people here, you know, inside Germany. And then truly believe in them concepts there. The Prime Minister came out of the RSS, excuse me, I make a mistake earlier. The RSS now the paramilitary group, the BJP now the political party what this man represents, the Prime Minister. My apology once more. You know? The BJP now the political party what the Prime Minister represents, we put her into governance for lead Indian. But now guy also where we don't serve the paramilitary group, one of the RSS, a replicant of the SS will be there inside Germany. I hope so we get this information correct now. Pardon me for that. You know? Now, let me continue. Inside India, they get vigilante groups them, where they observe people them, where maybe where they harm cow, or where they eat cow, or where maybe, you know, where they slaughter cow, or whatsoever. Anybody where they catch, then vigilante groups say, will kill you back. They're not going to spare you. They will kill you back. You know? So then get vigilante, we just there for observe cow them, for protection cow there. Because cow them are like gods them, to the Indians them. Now let me continue. Then the people that they say, the Muslims them, they taunt them. They taunt them believe. The word taunt, that was somebody they provoke, you believe. Now in the Hindu people they are the state. They say them Muslims they are, that they provoke what we believe. And if they continue to provoke what we believe, I guess that the measures or the steps and this what they take for counter. Because they don't tire with the Muslims then for provoke them beliefs. More way come to worshipping cows. You know? They're not going to tolerate that anymore. Cow is a secret animal to the Hindu them. A secret animal to the Hindu them. So they ask one Indian man go ask another Hindu man by interview. Listen now, me go meet somebody for ask you a question. Then the man refer back the question to the guy we ask him. If not me, I grab Saful and go. So he asked this man a question, a Hindu guy. He said, if you be there some side, you see outside they slaughter a cow. What thing you go do? Now in this Hindu guy, refer back the question to the guy. He said, if me see you, you they slaughter a cow. He said, me see down there. He said, now you ate me the chop off. And that's it tell the guy will be the interviewer. Say, if me see you, you they kill a cow. Now you ate at the chop off immediately. So then value cow life than mortal man life. Because them belief starts with the cow. You know? And then they give another news there for disrespect and belief. You know? I just want to make you think of them things they will present. So, and what the man talk, wait it on for make that statement say, then get what in say by Indian, hail mother cow. Hail mother cow. You know? Like always they hail mother cow. Now so they call the cow. Now mother cow. You know, now a mother we come to their own religion preference. You know? Now a mother. So now inside Indian, they don't start what we call lynching. They kidnap or thief, bikini, woman them, man them, for go beat them, for go kill them, you know, for just go harm them, go abuse them, based on their beliefs of being a Muslim. Inside India, if not take time, then go burn you alive because you're a Muslim. And again, I don't state this earlier, governments need to do anything for protect the Muslims them inside India. The world, no, they do nothing for protect the Muslims them inside India. Because this is not a far-right concept. So far, the Europeans and they support the Hindus them. Because Then they're against the Muslims them. The Americans and they support the Hindus them because they get something against the Muslims them. So nobody never go fight for the Muslims there where they inside India. Pass them, run away. That's not the news this morning. A very rough and tough for them. Very rough and tough for the Muslims there inside India. And this will end up for create war. When I know say even inside China they get Muslims then they outside. Now so the Indian they will continue this habit till one day the Taliban's them, Al Qaeda, the jihadists, the jihad people there, and take the matter to their own hand. Because if nobody know there, for go fight for the Muslims them, somebody go come out some side, for go fight this battle inside India. So all what me want to tell the Indians them, when I love land for respect to self. Because when you come out now your country, you go to America, then they respect your religion or your belief. So let me say, if I'm not in Africa now, I go inside India, then I go begin to eat cow. When I go kill me because I eat cow, then things that are important. This will make people themselves when I go visit India, go take time, go panic, go fear. Because you will eat any other thing, but when it comes to cow meat, you're not for torture. You're not for torture. If me not like for eat cow beef, they go come for me. So we get things in our own effects for, then get other things in the world where they defect for. When I remember a few weeks ago, I tell you about other countries the way they defect for. Watanomo. The most simplest things in this world. Now would they die for so we want some money. Now would they kill yourself for so. The most simple things them, for able to coexist and live together in peace. We're not able up to now. The minor things then that they lead to major conflict. Just because respect is not it. One man don't respect the other man, the other man don't respect the other man. And this minority or majority are not supposed to be meaningful. Whether the minority believe in something what the majority not believe in, it don't mean say we have to marginalize the minority. That's not make any sense. But this world that exists so far, as long as the majority gets more numbers there, they will always go marginalize what we call the minorities there. Unless there's a competition. And the competition always will lead to violence. And we don't want that not alone. So big up to that. And the news that's for this morning, I hope so we all learn something from this. Muslims them, we Hindus them, Christians them, we Buddhism them, we Buddhists them, etc., etc. I hope so we all learn something from this. We need to accept all man for what's in believe or what's in the practice. Because what's you there is not permanent. You might move, come out one day and go other side. And you go want other people and respect what you believe. Or respect your beliefs. Lord learn for respect each other. And no matter who side there, who side you go. Lord learn for respect each other. We're not stay blessed. Now, when I boy against us, Muslims, the servants, aka Repair call the face of Salon, the face of the green, white, and blue, and the face of the people.